I'm Dr. Bob Levinson. I have a PhD, a doctorate in counseling, and along the way I decided that I wanted a more effective form of counseling people. So I was fortunate enough to find out about hypnotherapy. That's a story in itself. I may go into that another time. And I was fortunate with training as well with some of the top people in the field here in Calgary. Ken Pawson, who has been in Calgary for some 30-40 years and has trained many psychologists, was one of my primary teachers. I also took some professional training with the American Board of Hypnotherapy, and I'm certified by them as well. I also have done extensive NLP work. For those of you who are knowledgeable in NLP, NLP is also a rapid change technique, very effective. My partner and wife, Kim Levinson, has also been board certified with two organizations actually, one of which is the National Guild of Hypnotism, the other one is the American Board of Hypnotherapy, the same as me. She is also a master Reiki practitioner, has done extensive journey work, and is a certified neurolinguistic practitioner as well.
Can anyone be hypnotized?
I'll take this one, Bob.
Okay, sure, go ahead. Kim.
Yes, anybody can be hypnotized. As far as I'm aware of the over 20 years that I've been practicing, I found that absolutely everyone was hypnotized. It's a natural state. A lot of people don't realize it. It's the same state as meditating, daydreaming, that state right prior to sleep. And it's a natural state, basically. So yes, everybody can be hypnotized.
I'd like to add one thing. A lot of people have a concern whether or not they can be hypnotized because they sort of have in mind the kind of hypnotism you see on stage. The impression they're given is that the person is unconscious or has no control, doesn't know what's happening. In fact, that's an illusion. And like in our professional hypnotherapy, the person actually is completely aware and awake. They know exactly what's going on. In fact, if anything, they have a heightened sense of concentration.
How does it work?
Well, it works in the way that the power of the thought is something that the mind processes thought and then acts upon suggestions. However, these suggestions are not only entertained or listened to by the conscious mind, they are targeted to the subconscious. And that part of your mind can hear something and do it almost immediately. So in other words, rapid changes can happen quite quickly because the mind doesn't take, whatever it takes in, it churns out, it spits it out in new behavior. That's what do you think, Kim? Is that the way you would describe it, or would you describe it somewhat differently?
I would say that it's an incredible ability to be able to access problem states and states of excellence so that you can deal with both extremely effectively in integrating change for the person for their benefit.
What are the areas that you really enjoy working in?
Personally, I love working in smoking cessation. I find it so rewarding because, quite honestly, the person that walks into my office is hopelessly addicted to cigarettes. They've tried just about everything. They've tried Champex, the gum, you name it, and they can't break free. They have the cravings, they go back to cigarettes. It's very frustrating for them, and I really feel for them. And so when I see these people able to shoot the cigarettes away and have no cravings, find it so much easier, it's not on their mind all the time, then of course it's very rewarding. Plus, when you think about the impact on their health and their life, because many of these people have relatives who have cancer, they themselves sometimes are fighting heart disease or cancer, so the tremendous relief and benefit to them makes it very satisfying for me.
For myself, I particularly have enjoyed these past 20 years helping women with childbirth hypnosis be able to deliver painlessly, more efficiently, giving birth quicker. It's noted that hypnosis and childbirth, you can give birth faster if you use hypnosis. It also sets them up for success in listening to their body and working with their body in a healthy and natural manner. being able to tune into the things that help them relax more and to tune out the stuff that doesn't add to the experience. Remember, I had both our children through hypnosis myself. Ken Paulson, who mentored both of us, also taught me how to do the hypnosis in childbirth, as well as did it for me with my 2 children.
What Kim is saying is
delivering under 2 hours without any pain or discomfort. It was absolutely something that I truly believe in and could do for others, and it's a wonderful treat for me. I also, a sports performance, I enjoy doing. I enjoy doing academic performance to help people do better in their tests.
Yeah, test anxiety, for example. I've dealt with a lot of college students and high school students who have turned their life around because they were formerly, and Kim sure has done the same thing, they couldn't get more than 50s or 60s, not because they were stupid or hadn't mastered the material, but because their anxiety prevented them from performing. They knew it, they just couldn't get it out, basically. And so that's a very powerful, one of the best, most effective treatments that I have is for test anxiety.
Phobias for both of us?
Phobias. I can't tell you how many people I've helped fly and go back to flying because to overcome a phobia of flying. And it's a tremendous thing because these people are holding other people up. Typically, someone in the family has a phobia. What about everybody else?
What is the clear distinction between hypnotherapy and conventional therapy?
Very simple. Conventional therapy is slow and inefficient. And I have a PhD in counseling, so I know what I'm talking about. A person who goes to deal with phobia or depression or anxiety, they're looking at a minimum of 3 to 6 months. And generally after that, they still are not their best. They've made some improvements, but they have a long way to go. And whereas with hypnotherapy, within 4 to 6 weeks, you see tremendous gains. You see a person almost changing from the inside. What the psychologist who doesn't have the hypnotherapy, very often they're dealing with controlling the containing, coping behavior. Hypnotherapy really changes a person from within, transforms a person. It's a big difference.
And you're actually working with a problem state, so you literally get a chance to talk with it, work with it,
yes,
and take the positive desires and needs of the problem state.
What Kim is saying is that
integrated.
You can actually, with hypnotherapy, and we do this every day, we go back to the origin, to the instigating event that caused the depression or the anxiety. And you can actually work on it. And so you get to work on that problem right at the starting point, as opposed to years later talking about behavioral effects where you can't get to the origins. And dealing with the origins versus dealing with the aftermath is a totally different ballgame. So I personally, if I had to be honest about it, I think every psychologist should be forced to take hypnotherapy. That's my personal professional opinion.
Is it true Sigmund Freud practiced hypnotherapy?
It is true, but I understand, Kim, was he a good hypnotherapist? What's your understanding there?
I think it's quite accepted by the majority of hypnotherapists, if not all.
But was Sigmund Freud a good one?
That Freud was not a good hypnotherapist.
Oh, okay.
It has advanced over the years. Our phone number is 403-255-2273. If you'd like to have any questions answered or any concerns, or would like to make an appointment with us, feel free. You can also reach us on our website, or on email, rather, at abchypnosis@shaw.ca.
And that's once again, our phone number is 403-255-2273. 2273.
We'll see you again. Thank you for listening to our show.